am Ross Benjamin of the Offshore Gaming Association. That's OSGA.com, your number one source for information on the offshore sportsbook industry. That's OSGA.com. It's time for a segment on my college basketball underdog picks of the day. I'm going to be looking at games played on Saturday, January 26th. I'm currently recording on Saturday, January 26th, a little after 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So depending on when you view this video, these lines are subject to change. Let's start with the game between the Central Michigan Chippewas and the Toledo Rockets, a game being played at Toledo, 7 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. According to 5 Dimes, Central Michigan is currently a substantial 10-point underdog. And I say substantial because when you look at these two teams in conference play, each is 3-3. And I think the sports books, well, I know the sports books are looking at the difference in strength of schedule in both of these teams' non-conference slate. Toledo obviously has faced a much tougher non-conference schedule. I don't think that's going to be as big a factor as many would think, and here's why. I mean, you're looking at a Toledo team in 6 conference games has really been a perimeter-oriented team. As a matter of fact, they're only averaging 11 free throws per contest in conference play, but they have made close to 38% of their three-point shots. Conversely, Central Michigan isn't what I would consider to be a great or even maybe not even a good defensive team, average at best. However, the one thing that Central Michigan has done well all year is defend the three-point line. Their opponents have made just 30.6% of their three-point shots against Central Michigan this year. This is also an offensively dynamic team from Central Michigan. They average 85.3 points per game, while Toledo in conference play has allowed 77.3 points per game. A lot of value here in my estimation with the underdog, especially at this number. I'm going to take Central Michigan plus the 10 over Toledo. The next game, the Syracuse Orangemen travel to Blacksburg, Virginia to take on the Virginia Tech Hokies. Time 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time tip-off. Currently, Bookmaker is showing Syracuse as a 6-point underdog. Well, the Orange got off to a terrible 7-4 start by their standards, which included losses to the likes of unranked teams Old Dominion, Oregon, and Connecticut. However, they've turned things around drastically over their last 8 games, going 7-1 straight up in ATS during that time. This is also a Syracuse team that's made 10 or more three-point shots in each of their last 4 games, while Virginia Tech has allowed an average of 11 three-pointers per game to their opponents when facing ACC teams. So again, a big factor to look at there. Virginia Tech shoots the ball awfully well, but let's not forget, folks, Syracuse vaunted defense, that zone defense, I should say, it has made a lot of good shooting teams over the last few seasons look very ordinary, and this is a Syracuse team over their last 5 games that's allowed just 39.1% free field goal percentage against them, and also has limited their opponents over those 5 games to just 28.1% from beyond the three-point line. Syracuse also 3-0 straight up in ATS in true road games, and they covered those 3 games by a average of, I should say, a combined 44.5 points, which is almost an average of 15 points per game. And those weren't against any lightweights. Those 3 road wins came over Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Duke. I really like the Orange here. This is an experienced, both teams are experienced for that matter, but let's not forget Syracuse, all 5 starters back from a team that reached the Sweet 16 last year, and high expectations going in, got off to an awful start, but they seem to be hitting their stride right now. I just think there's too much value here to pass up on the underdog Orange. I'm going to take Syracuse plus 6 at Virginia Tech. Last game, Under the radar game here as Eastern Illinois travels to Southeast Missouri State. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time tip-off. BetOnline is showing Eastern Illinois as a 1-point underdog in this game. I'm going to keep it real simple, folks. Southeast Missouri State has lost 10 of their last 11 games, and this year at home against Division I opponents, Southeast Missouri State is 1-6 straight up in ATS. Eastern Illinois, over their last 12 games, 9-3 straight up and against the spread. And in their last 6 true road games, 4-2 straight up and 5-1 ATS. Keep it simple. We're going to take Eastern Illinois here, plus the 1 at Southeast Missouri State. Repeating again, my 3 college basketball underdog picks for Saturday, January 26th. Central Michigan, plus 10 at Toledo. Syracuse, plus 6 at Virginia Tech. Eastern Illinois, plus 1 at Southeast Missouri State. Be sure to visit my website. That's rbwins.com. There you will find all the picks I personally wager the most money on. Currently, folks, my pay selections in college basketball, how about 15-6, 71% over my last 21, and 46-29 over my last 75, dating back to last year. That's 61%. Again, that's rbwins.com. You could call me direct, 781-571-0299. I could tailor a package specifically to your needs. That's 781-571-0299. Again, the URL, rbwins.com. Until the next time, good luck with all your picks.